What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys another video today. So the first thing I want to say is tomorrow is Monday. The markets are closed, guys. This is a 4-day trading week. And in this video, we're going to look at some stocks to trade this upcoming week. We're going to look at some earnings. We're going to look at a few different stocks we traded this past week in Discord. And then we're going to go into a few different charts and just have a look at different things. Now, before we do all that, I would like to say this platform I'm using right now is called ChatterQuant. As you can see, I'm looking at the earnings, but you can also look at options flows, stocks, you can look at charts, you can look at fundamentals, you can look at so many different things which you can educate yourself on stocks. So make sure you guys go check out ChatterQuant. The link is in the description below. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So tomorrow is Monday. Obviously, the market's going to be closed. And like I said, hey, if the market is closed, that means we're not trading. So it's a 4-day trading week. Now, IONQ is an interesting earnings which is going to happen tomorrow, but I would like to see how it opens up on Tuesday because it's had some erratic movements in the past few weeks. Of course, you know, these Monday movements aren't really going to be relevant because we can't actually trade on Monday, like I said. So moving on to Tuesday, let's have a look because I know there's a couple of different interesting ones there. Starting off with Home Depot. I'll definitely have a look at Home Depot because HD as well as Lowe's Wednesday, those two, they can move pretty heavily when they do report earnings. So keep your eyes out on those. Apart from that, that's mainly it from Tuesday. I do like looking at O, that's Realty. It's a dividend stock. And if you can get in on O, that might not be bad. If it tanks, I will look to take a position just for some dividend stocks and just having a bit more income. Let's move on to Wednesday. Oh, hold on a second. Let's move on to Macy's. So Macy's has been running up the past few weeks. It did recently pull back. We might be able to look at the chart in a few minutes. But I'll keep my eyes on that because it's before the market opens on Tuesday. So it's before the first trading day of this week. So, hey, whether Macy's tanks or it rises, whatever, hey, it's up to the market right now. But I will look to see what I can do after earnings. So Tuesday when the market is open because, again, depending on what Macy's does, it could be a very interesting stock to trade this week. So like I said, Wednesday we've got Lowe's. Well, HD might give a little indication of what happens with Lowe's the day before. They do have a little bit of correlation, those two. That's mainly it. Wednesday, there is eBay, so I might have a look at that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it might be Thursday. Okay, it might be Thursday. Okay, so I'm looking for Coinbase, and that might be Thursday earnings. Yep, here's Coinbase. So Coinbase and Square report this Thursday. Square is also known as Block this right now. That's after close. Before open, we have Alibaba. That's definitely going to be interesting because I might look to short this one down to around 110, and maybe it goes even below that. Who knows? Moderna is also this week, Thursday. And then Friday, we've got a couple interesting ones again. Obviously, Zomedica has been running up the past few weeks. I think it's up like 40%. It's still a penny stock, but remember, it hit highs of like $2.30 last year. So keep your eyes out for Zomedica. Also, Li Auto are reporting, electric vehicle company. Here they are. Li are reporting this week. And so I'll be looking at Li as well as the other EVs, especially the Chinese EVs. So again, you know, NIO, your Nikola's, maybe even your charging stations, have a look at what those do this week. But yes, let's get into the charts. So I'm going to jump into trading view. And the first chart I'm going to look at is Macy's just because we did just discuss Macy's a few minutes ago. Now, Macy's, the thing about Macy's is it tends to push up and it push up hard when it does push. But if it doesn't push, it kind of stagnates and stays in the same kind of channel. So let's have a look at this Macy's chart. So currently 25.68. If we look at it over the past year, it's very clearly bullish. Over the past 1 year, Macy's is bullish. No one can deny that. Here we go. It was trading around 17, maybe just a bit less, $16, $15 exactly 1 year ago, around the 20th of February. And it shot up to highs of $37 in November. But since November, it's sold off. But over the past year, it is very clearly bullish. So if we zoom in a little bit to see what's been happening more recently, you can kind of see it's had its ups and downs, kind of stayed in this channel between around $28 and $23, $24. And obviously Friday it pushed up to around $26, $27 and then sold off. But like I said, I'm just looking to see what this does because of earnings. Again, earnings is pre-market Tuesday. So, I mean, look at that fat green candle. If we get another one of those, Uh, After earnings is announced, so Tuesday before market opens, then I will look to take a position if I can get in on a pullback, because Macy's does tend to run hard when it does run, but otherwise it might just end up consolidating. Next up, we're going to go with Apple, tick symbol AAPL. So Apple has been very clearly bearish the past couple trading days. And I'm looking at 175 calls for the beginning of March. Now, why am I looking at 175 calls? Well, because as you see, Apple is sitting just around the level of support right now. And the previous couple times it hit this level of support, it started uptrending right away. Now, it might not hit the highs of 175, right? But if it can get a break above the moving averages and start uptrending and hold those levels, then it's going to obviously be closer to 175 than where it is now. So, in other words, I'm looking for the movement here. I'm looking for the pattern, which is going to be bullish. I'm not looking to get a position just to hope and guess. I'm trying to play off this moving average and obviously the levels of support. So, if you want to change it up, you might be able to get 172 calls, 170 calls is a little bit more expensive. But like I said, I'm looking for that break above the moving average and that uptrend to begin. Now, all I need here is direction. If I get the right direction, then I should be good to get some money out of these call options. Next up, we're going to go with HD. So HD and Lowe's, as I mentioned, they report earnings this week. HD has been bearish recently, and it's kind of one of those stocks that was super high in November again, and then since then just kind of sold off. So at this point in time, it's been making lower highs and lower lows, and it's very slowly downtrending. Now, I would love to get some puts on this in the run up to earnings. I do believe it could continue setting off. If we just look at the daily chart, you can see it's been having a lot more red days than green days the past couple weeks. So it's trending below all the moving averages, and I'm looking to take a position with puts. Down to what levels? Let's have a look. Probably around 340, I'd say, maybe a little bit less, 337. That's what I look to do with HD, get a put, probably on a day trade, to be honest. So again, earnings are this week, so I don't want to hold through earnings. Now, next stock I want to look at is Affirm, ticker symbol AFRM. You know why? Because it is very clearly bearish. It's broken below a strong level of support. Over the past week, month, 3 months, 4 months, it has been bearish. And as you guys know, there was a mistake with the intern who obviously tweeted out something about in regards to a firm's earnings last week. And I briefly touched on that in my last video. And since then, it's continued selling off. You see this crazy red candle. It was up at the $83 mark, and it just sold off down to $46 and has been selling off since. Now, I don't know how low this one can go, but the interesting one about Affirm, take note here, is long term, I like it. So if you can scoop up shares around $30, $35, hey, and we end up riding it back up to 180, and it might not even be up all that way, but if we can just ride it up, there's so much room for potential there, so much room for growth. It's like 150% growth. And obviously, if you get a decent amount of shares, that will bring you back a nice little amount of returns. I don't know how low it's going to go because this is the lowest it's ever been, but I'm definitely keeping my eyes out on this one this week, again for puts and then scooping up some long-term shares. Next up, what are we going to look at? Well, I'll tell you, a stock that announces earnings this week, again, Alibaba. One stock we've traded multiple times in the past, made money on calls, made money on puts. Levels are 110. That's what we're looking for puts down to, 110. Because when Alibaba does move in a direction, it falls hard or it rises hard. So check this out. Past month, it's been trading between $110 and $138. Now it's around $118, so it's closer to 110 than to 138. I'm looking for the puts down to 110. That's what it is, really. But hey, if they come out and report really good numbers, why not get a call option for a day trade? Look to get to the levels of the moving averages around 122. If it spikes up higher, then I'd say 138 is really the level to look at. Again, the channel has been trading in since this past month. Let me just draw a line for you guys. I mean, this market is very unpredictable, so you've got to be careful. Let's just draw a nice blue line there. That's the level to look out for, 139. If you can push up towards there, that would be awesome. Again, it depends what numbers they announce. Long term, I still like Alibaba as it's one of the leading, in fact, if not the leading company in e-commerce in China. And hey, if it can get back up to levels that it was a year ago, so I mean, really up to the 250s, yeah, You're going to easily double your money. That's over 100% returns. But there's no guarantee it happens. And if it does happen, then obviously you're in luck. So right now, crypto is dropping. This weekend, crypto has been dropping. And you guys know there's a bunch of different crypto miners out there. You've got Mara, you've got Riot, you've got Hut, BTBT, Can. In fact, let's show you the Bitcoin chart because that's live time. But what I am looking for is, hold on. What I am looking for is puts on the crypto miners because Bitcoin has been selling off this weekend. If you just look at the past 5 days, Bitcoin has been selling off, right? And obviously, if Bitcoin continues to sell off, Mara and Riot are going to open up very low on Tuesday. Same with the other crypto miners. Now, obviously, we're too late to get into the puts to hold over the weekend. But if it continues to sell off, then if Bitcoin continues to sell off, then we can still get in on the puts. For probably a day trade, I wouldn't really swing them in this market because crypto can just suddenly run up overnight and then your puts will get clapped. But like I said, if Bitcoin does continue to sell off between now and the next couple of days, if it gets rejected by the moving average and still sells off, then you can look to take a position or at least go check out the Mara and Riot chart Tuesday when market opens and then potentially take a position with the puts. It's been about 6 days ago since Bitcoin was at 45K briefly and then it sold off now to 38K. I wonder how low it's going, to be honest. Could get down to the 36s again. That'll be interesting. And obviously, if Bitcoin does drop down to 36, 35K, then I would look to take a position on it as well. So I might need to actually drop a link for you guys to get some crypto and stake crypto. So actually, I'll pin that as the comment, the top comment. I'll pin that as a link. The link is to Celsius. Celsius, you can get some crypto for yourself. But those are the main stocks I wanted to watch. Now, lastly, I'm going to just touch on SPY because, as you guys know, there's all sorts of rumors about war and difficulties and unrest in Europe with Ukraine, with Russia, with US, all this kind of stuff. There's such negative news being spread right now. So do look for another SPY red day because I think we could be seeing that soon. And if SPY opens up Tuesday in the red, hey, then be careful with all your call options because SPY is an index which kind of basically gives you an idea of the overall market. Of course, you have IWM and the NASDAQ, which will tell you more about specific sectors and specific stocks in those sectors. But I do think, like I said, SPY will open up red Tuesday and then start selling off. So obviously you can take a position in puts, but the main thing that I'll do, the main reason I've mentioned this is just so that you can protect your calls and not look at too much. So overall, it was a decent week in the Discord. We made some money on various different stocks, some oil stocks. We made some money on a few different other stocks as well, including, lastly, some puts on our good friend MU, Micron. Just look at how Micron sold off on Friday. That was our last play of the week, and it sold off to my price target of $89. It went below that briefly, but it sold off very quickly, and we made some good money on that. Now, some people hit home runs because they traded 0 day to expiration. Some people just took a week out expiration, and that's the thing with options. You can mix it up, you can do different things, and obviously still make your money. So hopefully you guys do come and check out the Discord. There's a lot to see in there. Like I said, this week was a pretty good week. We made money off different plays. QS, we took some puts on QS. We also took some Airbnb calls, which also paid off. Like I said, we touched on MRO, which is based on oil, and AMD as well. Now, I need to remind you guys that this market is pretty tough right now, so you do not have to swing it. If you're on a platform like Webull or Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade, or even if you're on Robinhood with over 25K in your portfolio, then obviously try and take profits where you see profits. Now, if you're in some amazing swings like we were in DD last week, then yes, of course, you can clearly swing those and keep up with the swings. But what I'm trying to say is make sure you're just careful with your trades in these markets. Don't let green trades turn red. Don't make yourself hold things that you don't want to hold, all those kind of things. Be careful in this market. Now, for those of you who asked about the one-on-one sessions, I'm still doing those one-on-one sessions and consultations. So please feel free to DM me, reach out to me on Twitter, Instagram, wherever, and I will continue to provide those. Also, make sure you guys check out the Stock Option Starter Pack. That is a option guide where you can look at different videos there. There are 10 videos. You have them for life. The link is in the description below. add to that, as you guys know, the Discord is there. That's where I do all my call outs. That's where we're going to do some teaching tonight. That's where we do our study sessions. That's where we hang out in the lounge and live trade every single day. So make sure you guys come and check out the Discord. The free link is in the description below. And lastly, enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy your day off. You don't have to trade tomorrow. You're not allowed to trade tomorrow. Enjoy it. Just make sure that you're ready to go Tuesday. 4-day trading week. Make sure you remember about that when you're going to look at your thetas, all that kind of stuff. But overall, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, please check out the Discord. Make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and share if you're new around here. But that's it from me, guys. I got into making, you got into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.